Conscious Collaboration brings together entrepreneurs, change makers, and thought leaders. We aim to highlight the people that embody the idea of aligned mind, body, and business. Each week, we share, discuss, and learn from the various experiences and ideas of our guest experts. Through our discovery, we find a path to an aligned mind, body, and business.
What up, y'all? I'm Emily.
And I'm Lisa, and we are the Conscious Collaboration. Hey, Emily.
Hey. What's up?
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, back at you.
That's when we're recording this for anybody. So if you happen to hear any little voices around, it may be my children. So today we thought it'd be a great time to do an energy check-in, see what is going on in the collective, and we will get a glimpse into how we can refine our actions and any decisions that we're making in the next couple of days or weeks so that we can have a more joyful and easy and just really clear decision processes laid out in front of us. The way that we're going to do that is by divining of the ancient I Ching or the Book of Changes. So those of you who are playing at home, if you have your I Ching or I Ching books, you can follow along with the hexagrams, or if you're interested, you can also Google these to get more information. There are some good websites out there that I send people to, like iFate's a really good one. I think, Emily, you turned me on to that one, ifate.com.
I've never heard of it, so I don't think I did.
Oh, okay. Might have been a student. But, so there's
Well, let me just call myself out there.
there's giving you props for it because maybe I found it. Maybe I found it like when, all right. So like iFate has, it's free. There's resources on it, like astrology, there's some tarot, and they also have I Ching on there. So sometimes if I'm consulting with someone, if I'm giving them the hexagrams, they can further delve into it if they're really curious. So
Cool.
this I Ching reading is going to result in 2 hexagrams. The first one's going to tell us what is the current energy around us right now. And the next one's going to be future. And I'd like that to be the coming week, whenever you're listening to this. For you, it doesn't matter when you find it. It'll be the coming week for you and help shed some lights on what's going on in your own personal situation. So take a minute. Emily, you can do this too. I did it already, but if you haven't already for your day, you might want to sit down, give some thought to what are your goals, what are your intentions that you're setting, keeping in mind anything that you're looking to overcome or navigate. That way we can focus. We want to be really focused in tuning in our intuition to this reading to get the best results. So that being said, I know I have mine. And Emily, I know you have your own practice.
Samesies.
You do your meditation in the morning too, right?
I'm gonna be honest though, I skipped it this morning, but
we were
consider this kind of a meditative.
Yeah, exactly. This is
pause.
Exactly. So what is the current energy around the collective at this
out of routine day? So
yeah, and what can we do moving forward to bring more clarity and ease to our own personal intentions and goals? Thank you. So the first one is gram 61, which is centering and truth.
How about that?
We've gotten that.
That goes with our King of Swords episode last week as well.
It did.
Very truth focused reading.
Sorry
we didn't do reading, but the episode.
Yeah. I'm hearing myself echo. I don't know. Do you hear me echoing, or is that just on my end that I'm echoing? Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So the coming days and weeks is hexagram 29, and that is dangerous depths.
Dangerous death?
Depths.
Oh, I was like, wow.
DEP.
That's a little darker than I've heard that you can go.
So these are both images of diving deep. All right. So The first image centering in truth is hexagram 61. And I'll show it to you, Emily, so you can kind of see it's that like bird that's diving down to the bottom of this lake, or it looks like a penguin kind of.
Yeah, it does.
Crystal clear water. It's energy around the collective right now. So it's like gives me, going deep within self. Very much truth, wisdom, self-knowledge and wisdom on the life journey. So
that's a very focused mission too.
It is
like
very
that
focused.
Bird is going to a specific place. A moving target, I guess, because it's a fish, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's very like direct, like you're saying. There's a little bit of turbulence on the top of this lake water. There's some wind action
but he's
happening.
Focused, yeah.
But he's just going deep into the depths. And then dangerous depths ahead. Don't worry, like these always sound more ominous than they are. This also shows layers. It shows water, rain, like a storm and a waterfall. So water in feng shui represents life path journey, or often career as well. There are mountains represented here, which is very representative of self-knowledge and wisdom. You notice that waterfall that's pouring into the lake. That kind of carries over from the first card. So that's very much like a pouring over of self wisdom into this life path journey.
Yeah, that definitely looks like it could be the same body of water that the bird is diving into.
Right. Yeah, I think so
zoomed
too.
Out.
It does look zoomed out. So just to get a bigger sense. So again, like everyone staying present in what your intentions and your focus are, because this can apply to any life area, really. I am getting big life path, journey, and career. So it could be one or the other for you. So 61, centering in truth. It involves becoming conscious of the relationship between your heart and the circumstances of your life. And this requires connecting with the fundamental wisdom that is within you, within other people, and within all of nature. Truth becomes power when you let go of prejudice and make yourself receptive to the world as it really is. This kind of inner transformation can produce a remarkably influential person, but it is difficult to achieve in the distracting modern world of false messages and fake friendships. This really feels like a great carryover from our last podcast episode.
No accidents.
Yeah. It is achieved only by those who cultivate a genuine openness to the way things are and possess a willingness to see into the heart of things rather than to merely looking at the appearances. So this is very much going beyond surface level of the way things look. And the way things look can look stormy or turbulent. But if you go to the heart of it, it might not really be as it appears. And likewise, you might see something that looks shiny and it's really not as wonderful as it appears.
Well, because think about what you're looking at in the world. You're observing everyone else having their tower moments. And so it can appear very turbulent, very uncomfortable, but what's really happening?
Yeah. I mean, I think what's interesting too is at a first glimpse, I thought I saw centering in truth partnered with another bird, like another seafowl, but it's just one bird. I mean, we're all on our own journey together, but there is very much that unifying there's unification in while we're on our own life path journeys. There's unification in experiences too. So
I think that sort of speaks to, and obviously not everybody celebrates 4th of July as any sort of holiday, but there is still, at least here in the US, a pretty big collective experience that happens whether you like it or not, because there's fireworks everywhere.
Yeah.
And that kind of, I don't know, that connects to the whole theme for me too. That's turbulence, you know?
Yeah, it is turbulent. I mean, it's very turbulent.
Mhm.
You know, we've been having fireworks here where I live already for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that I mean, fireworks are beautiful, but they're disturbing to animals and kids.
Mhm.
And it is kind of like a visual manifestation of like, I mean, don't the fireworks represent like the shots that were in the sky or
Yeah,
like
war.
war? So we celebrate that.
Mhm.
It's weird. So it says
Super
when your
weird.
inner when your inner life is clouded, your influence in the world is likewise hidden. So really
Yeah.
finding time to clarify what's going on in your inner world is going to be to your best advantage right now. And I think a lot of us are doing that. If we're going to go back to astrology, we were just talking yesterday in my workout. Was it yesterday? We were talking about it being Cancer season, lots of
Mm.
emotions, that full moon that we just had.
I have to say this,
Yeah.
and it actually goes along with cancer season too, but I keep
Okay, say
getting
it.
this I keep getting this image in my head, and whatever. It's kind of goofy, but like this is just how I see the world, I
Say
guess,
it.
a little
Say
bit
it.
comically. So, Ghostbusters 2.
Uh-huh.
All right, the Ghostbusters series, the originals are like two of my favorite movies. I really can't decide between 1 and 2. I kind of veer towards 2 because the Statue of Liberty scene and all that. But um I definitely digress. Okay, so do you remember that movie? And they had all the drama going on in the museum where
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver's job was like refurbishing old paintings, right? And they had the
Yeah.
Vigo the Carpathian painting,
Yeah.
and his like evil energy was uh in the pink slime that was in the
Oh
sewers
yeah, yeah,
all below New York City.
yeah.
And so the slime, whatever happened, oh, they stole the baby, and Vigo got like all this power. So then they ended up with this slime crusted shell
Oh
around
yeah.
the museum, and like everybody was standing outside of it. So, but it was a very turbulent scene on the outside. You had this pink slime crusted shell, but then it's like piercing through, I don't know. I somehow like the bird like piercing through that shell, and to see what's really like it looks like this
Ah,
horrible like crazy. I'm kind of mixing 1 and 2 now. You got
yeah.
the dog like gargoyle things, and remember they were up in the tower and there's all the lightning and clouds and
Yes. Oh
apocalyptic
yeah.
look. But then on the inside
Yeah.
of the shell, which is Cancerian too, right? The crab, and it's soft
Oh,
on the inside.
yeah. Like the
Um,
crab.
and then you've got this museum of art and Sigourney Weaver, who's lovely, I'm sure.
Yeah. I love your movie references. Like that must be the way that your higher self talks to you. And it makes sense though, but
I
that's what,
guess.
if we were to do our own I Ching cards, I think they would maybe be
Ooh, you have a Ghostbusters card for the
right. That would be a ghost bust. That would be a great
yeah.
one. As beautiful as
Do
the
a whole
nature
Ghostbusters deck.
is. Coming soon. I like that idea. So it says,
Nobody steal it.
yeah, this is the energy. So if anyone's feeling this energy right now, you're like cracking through the shell,
Mhm.
getting to really, you're evaluating perhaps society and culture. There's a lot of talk about, so dogma here. If you're fearful, you will be attacked. If you cloak mysteries with dogma, opportunities for insight will be lost. Interesting. If you waver in upholding your principles, you will be tested. When you are firm and strong, the power of truth can break through even the most stubborn minds, including your own. In a debate, the power to perceive the truth in another's position is essential to winning the contest. Generally, it is possible to influence even the most difficult people or improve the most difficult circumstance through the power of shedding light on universal truths. For truth is something to which all beings naturally respond.
And you know what? The Ghostbusters figured that shit out. They figured out that universal truth was music, specifically Jackie Wilson.
Yes. Yeah.
Your love keeps lifting me higher. What a song. What a song. And they saved the whole city, probably the whole world.
Right.
Piercing through that shell because they figured out, okay, where do we find some common ground here with this possessed slime?
Well, didn't this slime like feed and grow based on like the greed and
the energy,
the negative?
Yeah, it was the energy because when they yelled at it, remember they put it in a toaster,
and it would like,
and when they yelled at it, it was like growling and bubbling up and getting hot. Yeah, yeah.
So
it's totally the analogy.
It is totally. So, but to that point, what a great thing to recommend to people is the healing energy of music. So what you're listening to at this time, really, really important. Maybe you'd like to listen to meditation soundtracks or even just happy music like we were talking to. I think you and I like
or aggressive rap. That's fine too.
That qualifies. Yeah. That sometimes happens in the studio. Yeah. To that point, we communicate a lot in music. And I think we've sewn a song into every single episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse. But I mean, there's something to music that's really special and helpful that can help to raise your vibes. And as we're talking about centering in truth too, like there's that when you're going within self, evaluating of self, you want to focus on everything that is uplifting.
Yeah. And, that's literally that song too.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Love keeps lifting me higher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Show enough.
That's going to be in my head.
They knew a little something, those Ghostbusters.
They did. There's a lot of life lessons in that.
Yeah. Bill Murray, if you're out there and you're a listener, come be a guest.
Yes. I bet you people are vibing on that right now. So to that point, it's really, connecting with that truth that unites all human beings. So getting back to cracking the shell of the cancer and getting to the heart of things, everybody connects to basic human needs and emotions to some level. If we can connect emotions to human needs, we can better understand where someone else is coming from. And that gives us the power. Cultivate this ability and become adept at using it. It will allow you to relate to those who might come to share a common purpose with you for the greater good. So when there is something difficult going on, it might help for you to connect with an emotion that's connected with a basic human need and communicate that in some way to anyone that you're relating with. They're more receptive to seeing that there's this greater good, like there's a great outcome for all involved. So if there's a challenge, if you feel like there's a conversation to be had, you can connect on some level. Now, hexagram 61 shifting into 29 has two change lines, one coming in from the top level or the heaven level, higher self level, however you want to look at it, and one coming in from self. So coming in at the top or your highest self is shifting from yang into yin. So it's shifting from force into receive. And then within self, it's shifting from the same yang into yin. So inner preparation is going to bring success within self. Personal stability of character and steadfast dedication to the truth that underlies every situation inevitably leads to good fortune. Relying on the perception of others is not possible in this context. You must learn to stand on your own, learn to be self-reliant, and learn to apply the power of knowing to make the right moves at the right time. I think it goes back to
Yes.
that lone seabird, like going into the
I
depths.
feel that so hard right now.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the context of making important decisions, things that are rapidly changing, a lot of which is not under, your own control. And rather than trying to forcibly figure everything out, because there are so many unknowns in a given situation, rather than forcibly trying to figure it out, turn inwards, allow your intuition to be heard, felt, and stabilize, ground, and continue to work on yourself so that you are tuned in to receive that intuition, that knowledge. Like, you already have the answers. You just have to chill the fuck out for a second, stop seeking them, stop trying to figure them out, and let them come to you, because intuition is quiet. Intuition is quiet versus the ego, which is loud. You need the ego, you need the thinking mind, obviously, for certain things. But if we let it take over in a situation where we really need to tap into intuition, then the intuition will get lost in all your thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. And also that going within self, of course, that's like a solo journey to take. But a lot of this, the message of this hexagram is talking about the relating with others by connecting with that.
Right. Because if you just say stuff out loud, then somebody will have a piece of information or insight that just
a piece of the puzzle.
It changes the whole thought process for you, that leads you to the answer, or whatever it is. Or they have the resource, they know the person. You just don't know.
This is what is like from the highest self, divine, or heaven. It says, in the end, words are birds, and experience a tree that they roost in. Words are birds.
Bird.
Bird is the bird.
Where's the lie?
And experience is the tree that they root in. Okay. So the power of inner truth is rooted in the tree, and birds come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Talk is cheap, but integrity is mighty.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting also in feng shui, wood energy, which is often represented by trees or forests. Trees, they can be to be strong and last through all of the turbulence and life and seasons. To have the deeper roots is obviously going to keep it, the better foundation. It's going to last longer. But as fast growing and as upward growing as trees are, they do grow in a forest together. Mm-hmm. So they are strong on their own, but there is that what is that movie with the environmental undertones that the trees kind of communicate to each other through a network? But trees like to grow together in a forest or a community. So it requires Avatar. Thank you.
I was like, what is she talking about?
That's a lot of our conversation. If we're not singing to each other, we're trying to decode what the other one's talking about. But you get the references. But it is that self work that you have to do. But to be able to communicate and to live and thrive in community and society, it requires that connection at the root level. Anything, and the words are birds. Interesting, right?
I mean, that's truth. They represent communication.
Mm-hmm. And it comes and goes, but really, it's the it's the stability and the foundation of centering and truth that really is the
like
glue.
the birds are thoughts, and the thoughts can come and go, but what do you know already when you take away the thoughts?
Yeah, inner knowing.
What's already in there?
Mm-hmm. Don't overthink it. So the energy of dangerous steps and what the I Ching is advising in the coming days and weeks following whenever you receive this, it's not really as negative as you might assume. It says exposure to quote unquote danger brings good fortune to those who move beyond it. So you've got to like face it and move through it. Like boaters staying afloat through whitewater rapids, those faced with serious challenges need to remain alert. They must
Serious
take all
challenges. Yeah.
serious challenges. Yeah, it's not necessarily like it's not death that you're facing here. They must take all available precautions and above all, keep moving forward so as to remove themselves from harm's way. Once the danger has passed, everything flows smoothly downstream. So the positive side of danger is that it offers an excellent chance to cleanse the senses and strengthen the spirit. Surviving a crisis can be tremendously reinvigorating, sharpening the eye and the mind for future challenges. Interesting. It is reckless to court danger, but critical for inner self-development not to shrink from it either.
Mm-hmm.
Those who respond to dangerous conditions most effectively are those most effectively are those who can establish an inner bubble of calm in the midst of chaos.
Hey, look, that's lifting weights, ain't it? You know,
Yeah,
I mean, you have a really serious challenge. I'm going to do a heavy barbell squat. I've got a pretty serious challenge ahead. Like, I'm going to have to get uncomfortable. I'm going to have to push myself physically and mentally. But if I can remain calm and do that, then on the other side is muscle hypertrophy or growth and strength increasing. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I'm just killing the analogies today.
You are killing it. You are killing it. I love it. From Ghostbusters to strength training.
Bam.
Yeah. But it will help program this idea into our minds. So I like this line too. It says, so this courage, can you imagine like if you put weights on my bar and I looked at it and I just didn't have the courage and just ran away and left the studio? That would be
I run after you. I'd tackle your ass.
Get back in here. There would be no growth in that instance. I would be like, yep, I'm out.
No.
So that's not what I was going to say, but I like this. It says, courage at times like these springs from focused attention and a brave willingness to penetrate the moment of peril to its very core, to reshape it and transform it. So whatever it is that you're facing, it's if you stand in your inner knowing and your inner strength, all the experiences that have culminated to get you to this point, you will be able to transmute any of this negative energy into something very positive. So the fact that you're even presented with it is an indication that you can move through it. Yeah. Not just move through it, but transform it. It's going to maybe make a great story.
Like a great set of glutes.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, your life can be that great set of glutes. Just don't be scared of the challenges, the squats and the hip thrusts.
Yeah. Throwback to big booty energy, one of our first episodes.
Throwback.
Yeah. Throwback. Call back.
Unintended. Throw it back. All right.
Well, that's been good. I think I actually like that. That energy for us to be currently in. So, again, like those of you that want to research at home, you can look at hexagram 61, change lines 6 and 1. ifeed.com is a good one. If it's related to work, I think there's a career section, and there's also one on love and relationships. And then also I I always consult people on these if they ever want to do a deep dive one-on-one and look at your individual situation. But it's, because you're faced with whatever it is right now is just a testament to how strong you are currently, and that you're about to go through a transformation, and that actually, and you said it well, Emily, too, is like the overthinking is not going to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
yeah. Was that be? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was you. Yeah.
That was me.
You channeled that. Credit to you. So that being said, as we go into the rest of 4th of July, we're getting ready to watch the display of war in the sky.
Awkward. Mommy.
That's just a
fireworks.
That's just a display of war.
That's just a display of war in the sky, young Olivia.
Oh gosh. Be safe. Everybody be safe. I saw a terrible video of I don't know if I sent it to you, but the terrible video.
Like that was just poor decision making.
Ridiculous.
All the way around. Make good decisions, people. Have some freaking mercy on your hospital staff tonight. I remember always working 4th of July, and it was just like, really?
Oh, God.
Really?
Oh,
so don't be that guy. Let's keep the Florida man just,
contained.
Funny and wholesome. Keep it
Funny
contained. Leave the kids out of it. Like, just be cool. Just be cool.
No alligators be harmed.
That's my public service announcement, even though nobody's going to listen to this until after the 4th.
Well, after, but I'm sure they
can
that
energy out there.
They can reflect back on their.
We'll
on
see.
Their
we'll see if it worked. We'll see if it worked.
Plus, there's always those people for like weeks later that are still lighting off all their fireworks and and drunk. Yeah, that happens.
Both. Simultaneously.
That happens. But Emily, thank you for doing that. I think that was fun. I'm gonna have that song in my head.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for Ghostbusters this evening. 2.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
See if I can show Olivia a piece of the greatness of the movies of the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that shows the unification of humanity through combating
music, slime, comedians.
Yep. What more could you ask for? All right. Let's continue this conversation.
Follow us for more parenting tips.
Right. We'll continue this conversation inside the Conscious Collaboration Collective on Facebook. You can find the link provided in the description. If you enjoyed listening to us, give us a like and a rating on whatever directory you
smash that like button.
Yes, smash that like button.
Smash it.
Keep us alive, and we love the feedback. So we'll talk to you in 5.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank y'all so much for listening to our podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends so they can join our circle of collaboration on this journey. You can find us on Instagram at Conscious Collaboration Podcast, on Spotify, iTunes, and Audible, to name a few. Please join us next time for another deep dive into how you can live life in more alignment, mind, body, and business. Send us your questions and comments in our DMs or email us at consciouscollaborationpodcast@gmail.com. See you in 5 minutes.